Hi everybody, welcome to Roll D5. This is our fifth game of the month, which is huge. We have another one also next week, but we're very grateful to see you here tonight. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's going on. First, as an intro, I'm Erica Ondoin. I'm the creator of Roll D5 here, among with all of our friends and other people that help run the channel with me. So I want to just go over a quick few things. The first thing is this is a charity stream. It's been a charity stream all month due to Pride Month. Heck yeah! So we have a couple of things. We have a link up for the Trevor Project, which is where we are doing all of our charity. Anything that's donated goes there. We may even have some redemptions that if you donate a certain amount, certain cool things may happen that you can do to influence the game. So I'll get right quick into the sponsors so we can hand this over to everybody on the stream to get going with the game that you're all here for. So our first sponsor is Circus Siren Pod. They are literally a group of performing mermaids, absolutely fantastic, wonderful people, and they've been so kind to give us a 10% discount code for their Not a Phase Pride line. So please check those out. And as always, we have our sponsor Gemmed Firefly shirt with thing you like on it. I should have been wearing that right now. That would have been a good choice. So as always, we have Roll D5 15 for 15% off. All proceeds go to charity. And last but not least, we have Don Marshall 72, who is the obscure Lord of the Rings facts guy on TikTok. Super kind. Go check out our One Ring stream on YouTube. It was fantastic. Him and Wizardway Chris have gotten together to make a wonderful elvish pride line. So please go and take a look at that. It is very much worth taking a look at. So the game tonight is called Lichcraft. There will be more details coming in the chat with commands and other things, but I want to kind of give you a little TLDR of what the game is about. It's a rules-light RPG system to where, I'll just read the little thing. Sorry, my cat is rolling around on my lap. The setting is in Great Britain. The Tories have been in power since 2010. Due to the National Health Service cuts, trans healthcare has become increasingly hard to access. The waitlist for a first appointment at a gender identity clinic is now 300 years. They don't want to outright refuse you. That would imply that the health service is over at capacity or overfunded. Instead, they would simply add you to the end of the list and wait for you to die. But they are fools, for you have learned the secrets of immortality, and you will get to the end of the waiting list, even if it means waiting another millennium. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Natalie, who is a part of our Roll D5 team, who is going to introduce everybody. Everyone's going to plug their shenanigans and get everything going. And I will see you later. Bye.
Welcome everyone to Roll D5. You all know why you're here, but today we're going to be playing one of the best TTRPGs out there and making a debut of it. I'm sure it has been debuted elsewhere, but we are going to bring in a whole fresh new vibe that you have never seen before. Today we're playing Lichcraft, which is an amazing TTRPG that's going to guide our players here to becoming their own liches. Before we get started, let's brief the world. Let's see what's going on behind the scenes. The year is 2069. The setting is Great Britain. The Tories have been in power since 2010, and elections have long been abandoned since highly successful gerrymandering rendered them pointless. Due to National Health Service cuts, trans healthcare has become increasingly hard to access. The waiting list for an appointment at gender care clinics is now out 300 years. They don't want to outright refuse you, but that would imply that health services is over capacity or underfunded. Instead, they will simply add you to the end of the list and wait for you to die. But they are fools, for you have learned the secrets of immortality, and you will get to the end of that waiting list, even if it means waiting another millennium. You are all standing outside the Houses of Parliament in London. Due to global warming, the Thames has flooded, taking over parts of the street and bringing back some of the United Kingdom's old bogs. The warmer weather has ushered in new, more tropical plant varieties, adding some new color and fauna to the area. But within view, a long and weathered piece of parchment has been nailed to a column near the front of the building. It is titled Gender Affirming Care Waiting List. It runs down to the ground and extends past where you stand, changing from the names scrawled in ink on paper to names chiseled into the stone beneath you, and keeps going down the street. And here we have 3 practitioners of magic and necromancy, all gathered to outweight them all by embracing immortality and becoming liches. Rozz, let's start with you.
I accidentally unmuted the wrong thing because that's just where my vibe is right now. Hello, everybody. My name is Rozz, or Rosalind. Pronouns are they, she. And you want me to introduce my character and some little fun things too?
Sure. And any plugs that you have where we can find you on social?
Yeah. Plugs for social. Cute. My little Stream Elements thing came up. You can find me on Twitter at SlamLowDamlo. My character's name is Vazeth. She is 36 years old. She's really, really into plants. She's a florist. Sometimes she has a really bad habit of experimenting with plants and turning dead bodies into an amalgam of plants and corpses. But that's her vibe. She's just really likes nature a lot.
Love that.
She's quite proper, though, she's a little bit safe.
Quite proper.
Hey, I'm Dare. Pronouns she, they, they. I am the internet's resident harem protagonist and disaster girlfriend. You can pretty much find me anywhere at Dare to Dream RPG. That is DARE, the number 2, DREAM RPG. And today I am playing the ever lovely Zinnia, who is just kind of a chill barista who definitely brings a communist energy to the coffee shop that people maybe aren't the biggest fans of, but they do good work. So are you going to tell them no?
I love that. And last but definitely not least, Tenzin, introduce us to your character.
Hi, I'm Tenzin. They, them. You can find me on Twitter under Tenzin Days, as in days of the week. I have my own podcast called Hot People Play TTRPG, which is 3-4 episodes out right now. More to come when I record them. I'm also part of Ballad of the Seven Dice, the Carcosa campaign, in the offline one, and I'm also in the bi-weekly D&D campaign on Matihi's Twitch channel called What We Do in the Shallows. It's about pirates. Aside from all that, I'm playing Kel today. That's Kel, who is a they-them agender person as well. Anarchist, studying the blade, unemployed because fuck y'all, fuck the system. Magic comes from their magical bloodline. Is that all I should share? Yeah. And age-wise, none of your business. Whatever,
I love that so much. Amazing. Well, you all are very qualified in your pursuit of lichdom. Behind you, behind the buildings, the Houses of Parliament, Big Ben stands crumbled in some disarray. And ahead of you, parts of the street sink into the Thames. Let's dive right in. Let's find our next pieces of components for the lichdom ritual. The game is yours.
So I think Vazeth is sort of taking in all of the surroundings that we have, sort of smiling a bit as some of nature has begun to reclaim some of this probably a bit of dystopian world we live in, sort of smiling as she's sort of walking past some plants as she runs her fingers through them and is like, right, so where to next?
Are you asking me?
Well, I certainly wasn't asking. She references a shrub next door, right next to her.
Good question. Why did I sound Russian all of a sudden? Well, I haven't. Oh, I'm gonna lose this. I haven't been around here. The Thames, it's not really my kind of hangout. I'm actually looking for a certain bank. I don't know if you know any banks around, and no, I don't mean like a bank of water, like here. I'm talking about a bank with money in it. You see what I'm saying?
Right, so you don't need a riverbank, you need to rob a bank, like an establishment with money and gold and things.
I do want to say, I think that if most people talked about robbing a bank, they would not talk about stealing from a river. So I think you are incorrect company already.
Well, I mean, there's, clams and oysters with maybe pearls you could take, I suppose, rob the animals. I wouldn't recommend doing that because it's probably not very fruitful these days. Things are extinct.
You won't catch me stealing from nature, all right? I'm not about that shit. What I want to do is go into this high level security bank that apparently holds something I need in order to get what I want.
Well, I think that would be a very interesting place to start, because banks are, of course, part of the disgusting system in which we are forced to exist in. I'm here for robbing a bank.
I've no reason to rob a bank. I'm ready.
Fantastic.
And Rozz, just as a reminder, I believe your artifact is located in the Houses of Parliament.
Mm-hmm.
Which is right behind you.
Hmm.
So, you all could start at the bank, or you could start here and look for Rozz's artifact first.
She'll kind of sit and think for a second and go, so, there's a certain thing that I also need. I believe we are all, stop beating around the bush here, we are all trying to become immortal for the same reasons. Parliament has something I do desperately need as well for perhaps the same goal. We could go to the bank first. I'm very okay with that because it's part of the same, she gets a little huffy, system we all are forced to live in. But it depends on what kind of if we're going to be robbing Parliament and a bank, feels like we're going to be making quite the name for ourselves quite quickly. So what do you think would be best?
Well, if we rob Parliament first, it seems like they'll probably be a bit more occupied with it on security measure, meaning the bank would be easier to hit the second time.
Ah.
That's fucking brilliant. I can tell you're the brains of this operation, points at Zinnia.
I just work at a coffee house, I'll be honest. It's just,
I
played a video game.
Look,
I'm unemployed, so what? We can be smart. We don't have to be fucking, what's his face? Mark Wahlberg's is whatever. I'm pretty sure is a genius.
I'll let you live in that world. Absolutely.
I don't believe he is still living. But yes, I do think that Mark Wahlberg was known to be quite intelligent. But I do agree, Zinnia, I think, is the brains of this operation. I'm just a florist. But I have an idea of how we can maybe create a distraction. We might need
Rozz, really quickly, roll a d6 for me.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
First roll.
I got a 5.
Awesome. You know for a fact that the Houses of Parliament has a wall dedicated, in shame, to significant figures of the United States. You know for a fact that Mark Wahlberg is right next to our nation's hero, Ronald Reagan.
That's actually where he belongs.
With much sarcasm.
Perfect.
Yes. She will definitely sort of come to that realization, be like, well, if you would recall, there is a wall of America's, we'll say, greatest figures, and Mark Wahlberg is honored very, very graciously next to Ronald Reagan on that wall.
The Wahlberg Wall. Yeah.
Yes, the Wahlberg Wall.
Yeah.
Next to the Reagan Railroad. So, now, do you have any ideas of how we can cause a distraction? We might need a dead body if I'm going to be the most helpful here, but what do you have to think?
Body. Zinnia, I feel like you know where we can find a dead body.
You are the brains, after all.
I never agreed to such things, but do any of you happen to have any sort of magic that could help you in detecting some sort of body? I could certainly try, but I'll be honest, my magic is not my greatest skill.
Can I try to like touch the grass and the earth around me to see if I could sense one?
You absolutely can.
Wonderful. And would I use my spells as my roll?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then for new game, who this you add up the total number, correct? Okay.
Yeah, and because you're pulling from your like innate source of magic, you can add a d6.
Oh, dope as fuck. Okay, sorry, I got really excited there. So that is math 13 total.
Wow. Yeah. You are able to pick up kind of a stream of scents, let's say, that guide you more to the east.
And so how this kind of looks is her eyes kind of glow green, and like as her fingertips go down, there's like this sort of like glow from the grass, and she kind of like rolls her eyes back a little bit, and she goes, "Oh, my, east, possibly."
Right. So east possibly is our best bet.
Yeah.
That sounds good enough for me.
I should warn you that I plan to raise this dead body and use it as a way to distract possible guards. I just should probably warn you of that.
Really? Like
I
a
do
zombie?
appreciate the warning.
What more like did you ever see that old historical documentary about
No.
the last of? Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. It's sort of like a plant creature amalgam, but we'll get there. It's fine.
Some sort of mycelium monster.
Well, the fungi aren't technically plants, but you're the brains of the operation, so you know better. So let's go to the east.
Wonderful. So as you all head to the east, wandering through underbrush and just bulrushes, all kinds of swampy-like plants, you make your way towards a very stinky area. This body is about halfway through its natural process, and you can see growing out of it, interesting, are these odd purple and black mushrooms.
Yummy. She seems to really like this smell. Like it's not decay is not an unfamiliar smell to her. She goes, okay, so this isn't what I would call normal, natural, but I'm going to try this. If you would like to help me, I would not welcome the help. We're all practitioners of our arts, but I'm going to try this first, and hopefully I don't fuck it up, as they like to say.
Wait. Are you gonna eat that?
Well, I could, but I'm not going to eat it right now. I'm going to craft it into a beautiful creature, a minion of sorts.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, I wouldn't suggest eating that. That looks fucking poisonous.
I mean, it likely is. Question for the GM: what kind of plants are, besides the mushrooms, are around us as well? Just like normal sort of flora and like.
Yeah, it's interesting because you have a mix of like the native ferns and bulrushes that you would normally find in like a colder weather environment that the United Kingdom, has had in the past. But now with warmer weather, there are some elements of tropical plants. Every once in a while, you'll come across, let's say, an orchid or maybe even a bird of paradise. And so right now in the immediate area, it does seem like it's a little bit warmer. So you have maybe like a small palm next to some ferns, that look a little droopy.
Beautiful. Okay. So what she's going to attempt to do is sort of take the fungi that are on it, the purple mushrooms, and like these sort of plants that are around, and sort of like weave in the missing pieces of this decayed body to rise it and to create this sort of creature to help us to distract the guards.
I love it. Yes. Okay. So as you're doing that, as this magic flows from you, this once decaying body starts to stand up. It makes no noise, but it does gurgle in some ways because the components are still a little damp. But it stands up and is waiting on your command.
Oh, wonderful. I'm going to call them green.
Yeah.
An apt name for a reanimated plant creature.
So, what we're going to do is we're going to send. Oh, it's so sad. Green's going to die again. I'm sorry, honey. She gives it a little kiss on the cheek and goes,
Ugh.
"You're going to die again. But we're going to go." And she points over to Parliament. "I'm going to have you go distract some people for me. Can you do that for me, sweetie? Can you do that for me?"
It looks, its face kind of sagging at you. Some of the plants are hanging off the cheekbones. It gives you like a crooked nod and starts slowly slopping its way in the direction that you point.
Slopping my way downtown.
Slopping my way downtown.
It's canon. It's canon now. I love it. So yeah, it doesn't look to be waiting on any of you, but it's not very fast. So you're welcome to take your time here or follow along.
So then, Zinnia, you're smarter than us. Should we hide and wait, or what do you suggest? This is not no longer in my wheelhouse. I don't really sleuth.
I mean, I could potentially make a window open, but I would also recommend maybe waiting till we hear the screams of somebody running into Green before we start making our way in.
Oh shit! I didn't tell him. Should I tell him to be violent? Tell them to be violent.
I kind of assumed they would be, but I mean, if
He
you want
looks
to,
harmless.
they're not that far away. They're still slopping away slowly.
Oh, okay.
Probably like 10 feet.
Green,
Not very
Green.
fast.
Use violence, please.
It does gargle at you at this point.
Wait.
And
Only against the ones in uniforms, yeah?
Oh, only against the
We're
ones.
in the House of Parliament.
uniforms.
Everyone here has done their sins.
That's true. I agree with that.
Ontological evil deserves ontological treatment. Anyway,
Just beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
You got it, Green. I love you, honey. I'm sorry.
Yeah, mess them oncologists up.
you
Wasn't prepared for that.
while it doesn't speak, you do gather from its body movements that it's agreeable to the idea that nature runs its course. So violence it may not be out of the question as far as this journey goes.
Dope.
You all are about 300 feet away of the building, so it'll take a little while, but you guys are welcome to hunker down and wait for him. Whatever you'd like to do.
Well, I know where my shit is, and I know where Vaz's shit is. What about you, Zinnia? Where's your shit?
it's under the metro. It's
That should
yeah.
be
The
quite-
tube?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just
Yeah.
anywhere, or just
Well, they'll be easy to see because they are, in fact, the bones of a dinosaur. So they will not. Don't. Yeah. You know, to summon the power of living, of eternal life, you need something strong and ancient.
Just didn't know there was fossils down there. Interesting.
Yes. Well, you know, after years and years of mismanagement, the British Museum has been really misplacing everything.
Understood. Yes. All right. So let's possibly just incognitely follow our friend and just pretend we're not a part of it, and then walk in when we need to.
All right. All of you roll 1d6 for me.
Oh fuck.
Oh boy.
what the hell does that sound?
4?
I got a 4.
5.
5? Okay.
Let's see. It is a 3.
Tenzin, what kind of shoes are you wearing?
Oh, yeah. I got like sneakers with like high tops on, with the tongue out.
Hung out. Okay. So let's see. Okay. So Vassett.
The laces, there's no laces. Just
there's
no
no
fucking
laces.
no laces,
Okay.
just
Okay.
loose.
And who wants to take the lead?
Zinnia should take the lead because Zinnia's the smart one.
I knew I was gonna. Yes, I'll absolutely take the lead.
All right. Awesome. Okay. So as Zinnia takes the lead, all of you fall in step behind them. And as you do so, Zinnia and Vazith, you're both feeling pretty confident about sneaking and snorking about. But Kel, because your high top sneakers are so loose, they do get jumbled as you flat tire Vazith in the back and you stumble forward, making a little bit of a ruckus.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Just slipped.
Apologizing even louder will not help us.
Kel,
Oh, shit, fuck.
To the
Roll
fucking...
another d6.
All of us?
Damn it.
No. Just Kel.
Okay.
That is a 2.
Oh!
Okay, so at first, when you first stumbled, you didn't really hear anything. Nothing really seemed to immediately offset the vibe of this bog you all are currently wandering through. But as you speak up and apologize, and you project a little bit, you do hear and snarling loudly from the building. You can see that Green is about halfway there. Doesn't seem to notice the growl, doesn't really seem to care either. But you do see a little green head poke out from one of the pillars. It has long green ears and fangs.
Shit, is the queen visiting us today?
Oh, fuck, I was afraid of this. So my particular component may be guarded by creatures?
At that moment, you hear it bark into the deep recesses of the building. And from that, you can hear some scrambling and scruffing and scrumbling about as 4 goblins come down the steps of the building. They are running, and they are also carrying spears.
Are they running at us?
They are running at you.
Okay.
Well, Kel will definitely take out their blade, their sword, which is a saber passed down by generations of their family. Oh, and to activate it, because it doesn't activate, but unless it's through the blood of the genealogy of this family, ancient. Magical
family line.
Power, yes, lineage.
Yeah.
There you go. Takes a blade, gives a bit of a slice on the palm, kind of coats the blade a bit with the magical blood, and it starts to glow right at where the blood is, and it's ready to freaking do some damage.
Oh, I'll never get used to that.
Awesome.
I step behind Zinnia as she's a little afraid because she doesn't really have a weapon. She's like, okay, let's, I guess, sure.
Love
we
it.
can potentially outthink this. I have a strategy. I have an idea. And they're running, you said they're running at us from downstairs, right?
Yeah, so they're coming out of the building, which is about 300 feet away. They are stumbling down the steps as like little goblin feet do, and they are running towards you with their spears. They totally know where all of you are.
That's so fine. I think I immediately take out my own magic medium, which is just like a simple, like kind of nondescript spray bottle or a graffiti, like can of graffiti. It's like I said, just pretty black and simple. And I think if I could make a spell roll,
yeah, go for it.
Beautiful. That is a 5.
Awesome. Yeah, so that spell definitely succeeds. What would you like to cast on them?
So I immediately am making just a series of, I think, little like waves, and I think then a little circle as I make a small little like water sinkhole right in front of us, just as a trap for them when they get closer. Now, Cal, I'd recommend not standing too close. Just stand at the ready.
Whoa! Oh, wait, that just come out of what the fuck?
I have my own way of doing magic. You have yours. Yours is terrifying and full of blood. Mine is art.
Unsettling, yes.
All right, but if they jump over,
Then that's what you're for.
But if they jump over, I will slash them to pieces, yeah?
That's absolutely your job.
Dude, she's like thinking about like, I guess. Green, darling, kill those.
It hobbles over to him, and it doesn't really know how to hit, so it just kind of swings its arms at him. Is there a certain? So there's 4 of them. They're running in close quarters to each other. Are you going after 1, 2, all of them?
I think she's gonna do her. She's not really a fighter. It's not really her thing, and she doesn't really she's gonna try her best to be like, okay, well maybe grab the front one's spear, honey. I think.
Okay, so Green runs up, flops its arms, and makes a grab for the spear. It does get the spear.
Dope.
Just as Zinnia, your pool of water appears right in front of them. One of them does sink in and is frantically flailing around, trying to get out of it. But 2 of them do end up skirting out of the way and dodging the pool, and they are still running at you.
I think she simply balls her fists. Well, I was a bit of a bouncer before I worked at the brewery, worked at the coffee house, so I can make do with my hands if need be. And I think she just kind of assumes a like boxing stance.
Ooh.
Awesome. Okay. So as they are coming closer, go ahead, Zinnia, and roll me a d6.
Would I roll with 2 dice because my strength is 2?
Yes, you would roll with 2 dice.
The highest number is still a 5.
Okay. You are able to, with a 5, you are able to clock one of these goblins just right in the side of the cheek. Right here. It squabbles over. I'm just making up verbs now. I hope you all are okay with it.
I love it. It's incredible.
So it tumbles over and is quite upset about it. But it does look like you hurt its feelings, so it kind of just stays on the ground and doesn't really bother to get back up. It just kind of stays on the ground. The other one is running right towards you, Kel.
Well, I got my sword and it's ready to strike. So I grab it with both my hands and I slash it right across the chest. And I'll use my strength.
Okay.
And I got
Perfect.
3.
Wonderful. Let's do it.
So 3d6s?
Mm.
Let's have a good one, yes. I basically made a paladin.
I love it.
My highest is a 5.
Okay. What is your total?
Oh, right. Is there a total thing? Okay, 8.
8 is your total? Okay.
Yeah.
As you go to swing at it, the goblin is very deft and ducks out of the way. He's able then to skirt around and tickle your ankles and laugh maniacally as he does so.
Well, joke's on you, I'm not actually ticklish. That's
Far
nerves down
scarier than
there.
any physical damage.
100%.
Well, Kel's not ticklish. So.
Thank God.
I suppose we should have rolled for initiative, but given just my memory, I think it was Rozz, then Zinnia, then Tenzin, Kel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Rozz, it's your turn. What's she up to?
Well, she just saw a goblin get hit in the face and then one start tickling Kel. She's a little bit confused by this. What's Green up to over across the pond, so to speak?
Green is wrestling with the goblin in kind of a scuffle. They're just going back and forth as Green is trying to like pull the spear out of the goblin's hands, and the goblin is like confused by this plant creature that's
Wonderful.
fighting him over this weapon.
Okay.
Yeah, he's currently busy, but hasn't engaged in any physical damage yet.
Okay. So then the one that's on the ground, that looks like his pride has been hurt. I'm gonna go, oh, I'm sorry, but you work for the government, and so I want to like use magic to like wrap him up in the plants and like drag him into the ground.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, roll for it.
Beautiful.
And this is a spell, yeah?
Yeah. And it's using nature, so do I get the extra d6 too? Beautiful.
You got it.
Not super great, but I hope it does something. Math is hard. That's 10 total.
10 total. Okay. And you rolled 4?
Correct.
Nice. Okay. So with a 10, plants do come up out of the ground. You see some greasy, wilty palms come up. They're kind of black. I mean, the amalgamation of plants that comes up looks like an old salad, to be honest. But they do wrap themselves around this goblin who looks like his feelings are hurt, and they slowly pull him under.
Sorry about that, but fuck you and all.
You see, though, it doesn't pull him fully under the ground. His head is still up, but he doesn't appear to be a threat. So
Wonderful.
Awesome. Zinnia, what are you up to?
How many are left around us?
Okay, so one of them is in the pond. One of them is eaten by Salad. The other one is wrestling with Green over a spear. And the last one has dodged Kel and is waiting behind you all to strike again.
Ah, yes, the tickling one.
The tickler.
The tickler.
Yeah, I think really don't like the tickling one. I think I'm just gonna go over and try to bop it a good time.
Right. Let's roll for it.
5 was my highest.
Okay. Out of 4?
2 die.
2. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, you're able to get him square in the nose as you just bob him. He jerks back. His nose starts to bleed. He growls angrily and in surprise and is just holding it as some fun bodily fluids start coming out of his nose.
I don't necessarily love that I did that, but you know what you did.
He's angry. He's angry at this point. But I think most of the anger is still focused on Kel. Kel, what are you up to?
Seeing Zinnia do that, like, oh, she stood up for me. You know, like, oh, well, thanks. And then turns to the freaking tickling goblin, right? The one who took some damage, like, and takes their sword. Kels takes their sword once again, you know, but this time instead of slashing, tries to go for a piercing, like stabbing right through the midsection, and says, "Oh, I didn't consent to this weird kink you have, you fuck." You know, goes for it.
Yes. So as you go to stab, it does pierce clean right through them and stick out the other side. It goes to like hold the wound, looks you dead in the eye, and just tips backward. Now no longer a threat. At this point, one of them is starting to make its way out of the pool of water, and the other one is still wrestling with Green. Rozz, can you go ahead and make almost like a strength check for Green to see if he's able to, or she, or they are able to wrestle it out of the goblin's hands? Spear.
You're muted.
Oh, you are on mute.
Hit the space button, didn't work. I like to think because Green is an amalgam of many things. They are Legion. They are they.
Are they?
Yeah. So I don't know. So it's Green's stats are not mine. How many would I just do? 1?
Let's say it's a base. Sure, it could be 1, or you're welcome to base it off of your stats since it's
still would be
an
1
extension
then.
of you.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like that. 2.
2. Okay. So Green with their slippery hands, it slides right out of them, and the goblin is able to pull it back really fast, and makes a jab towards Green. Do you want to roll like a dodge equivalent?
Yeah, probably the same stat strength.
Just 1d6.
2.
2? Okay, so as you do that, Green is able to kind of clasp the end of the spear right in between their palms, and they are able to stop it, but it still looks like they are in a stalemate, so one isn't going either way. Moving over to Zinnia, what are you up to?
I think I'm gonna look around and see if we've caused more noise potentially.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and do like a skill check, a sense check.
Okay, well, it's much of a joke about not being the smart one. I do have the highest sense in the group.
I love it. Here for it.
We called it.
Maybe I shouldn't have rolled it. I somehow got triple ones.
Triple ones.
No.
Oh man. Yeah, all is well. You don't anything. Nothing's happening. It's a bright and sunny day. Things are going great.
Okay, I think with that, I'm probably just gonna keep an eye on the ones that are currently fighting and just kind of providing support there without thinking anything more advanced than that.
All right. With that, the goblin struggling to get out of the pool of water does manage to grasp onto any of the crabgrass nearby and pull itself out. As it does that, it runs right towards Zinnia. Kel, what are you up to?
Well, I'm not one to just, collect debt. So I'm gonna pay back Zinnia for protecting me. So I'm going to defend Zinnia with all my magical sword wielding abilities and fucking get right in between them and just fucking get ready to slice the heck out of that thing.
Nice. Love it. Roll for it.
Do I do strength, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 3d6s, you better be good. It's the total, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. It's a 5.
A 5 total. Okay,
And a 2,
as you are
2 and a 1.
Okay, so as you are going up, sidestepping, coming in front of Zinnia to defend their honor, you go and slice down. This goblin is still slippery from being in that slimy pool. It is able to dodge out of the way and come up and tries to trip Zinnia. Zinnia, can you roll me a strength roll?
I used to think I could. Okay, so you got a 5. I got a 5.
You got a 5. All right, so it goes in and tries to trip you, but you have really strong ankles. So it goes and tries to trip you, and it connects. Their foot connects with your ankle, but you stay strong, and it looks a little flabbergasted that you are able to stay up. Rozz, what are you up to?
Okay, so I just got a really dumb idea because you said crabgrass. And she's going to sort of notice that, see Mr. Tickler 2.0 trying to grab some ankles. And she's going to go, so I noticed you really like the crabgrass, but the thing about crabgrass is it kind of pinches. And she's going to start to use magic again because that's her whole thing. And she's going to try to turn the grass into needles, essentially, like Pokemon style, like Razor Leaf, and turn him into to stab into him.
Okay. All right. Okay. Go ahead and roll for that.
Yeah, hopefully he's not wearing armor. I should have asked that, but fuck it, we're here already.
It's loose plate armor, some leather.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope. Okay, this isn't a bad roll. Math is hard though. 17.
Wow. Yes. Okay. So as you do that and imbue all of your energy and magic and willpower into the nature around you, the crabgrass patches nearby in the disturbed soil come rising up and almost like a metallic sound go and they come up and stab right through the goblin under its arms, and it is pinned and no longer a threat to any of you. So at this point, there is one more goblin left, still wrestling with Green over this spear. Zinnia, what's happening?
I think I think I'm going to just physically attack this last one. I think that is the one thing I've gotten consistent results with. So run up and get done up. I got a
Love it.
6.
Nice. Okay. How do you want to do this?
I think it is like just a drop kick feels very funny. Like, just I think the frustration of this taking longer than I wanted it to is, despite like her prim and proper or their prim and proper posh like accent, they just give a hell of a drop kick to this last one, and then they get up and like brush themselves off. Like I said, used to be a bouncer. Now, if we could just get on with it, that'd be wonderful. We've
Oh my.
probably made some noise.
Yeah, so you are able to drop kick it. As you do, it connects squarely with its chest. And with the force that you kick it, it flies back into the slimy pool where it bubbles down and disappears from sight. None of you have lost any health from this, as I don't think tickling does damage. So you all are still at full health.
Oh my, that was I don't like violence. She picks up this as she says that, picks up the spear and gives it to Green and goes, "All right, on your way."
It grabs it, holds it kind of awkwardly, gurgles again, and starts trekking towards the stairs of the Houses of Parliament. Zinnia, roll me another just straight d6. Actually, you can add whatever your sense
Doesn't matter, got a
modifier. You got a 6, perfect. So when you were in combat, you were trying to listen for any other sounds of fighting, skirmishing, any sounds of more goblins potentially getting ready deep down in the depths of the Houses of Parliament. But as you're now, after this battle, you don't hear anything still. It does seem like the area is still pretty clear. So you feel fairly confident moving forward.
Despite everything, it seems like we did not cause a whole lot of noise. So let's consider this a happy accident and find our way inside.
All right. Let's go.
Awesome. All right. So as you make your way up towards the building, you crest the stairs and you are, so as you can see in front of you, the doors are dilapidated. The wood has rotted off of the hinges. You are able to walk in fairly easily into the houses there. Rozz, you know from your studies that the moss you seek grows on one of the inner pillars of the Houses of Parliament. So you are able to kind of scope out the area and do whatever you all want to do next.
Yeah, so if she would know kind of like where to go, and if Green is doing what Green do, she would definitely be like, and Zinnia told us that we didn't hear shit. She's not the brightest or most sensible creature in the party, so she just would be like, all right, well, let's just, I mean, if we're fine, let's just go.
I thought we were supposed to find the Warburg Wall.
No, the Wahlberg Wall was just like a history lesson about one of the smartest men ever to come out of America, my dear. We're here seeking a component. We can see the Wahlberg Wall on our way out.
I thought that's where it would be, hidden in the walls.
Kind of. It actually grows on these pillars. It's a kind of moss that I.
What's the difference between a pillar and a wall? It's the same shit.
Well, one's a cylinder and one's flat.
Yeah, one's a supporting structure.
Zinnia's a smart one.
You say a wall doesn't support, and a wall supports.
Well, sometimes a wall is just, like a brick wall where it blocks things, and the pillar could also block things, I suppose. But one is like a tube, like a donut or something that stands up, made of hard things, and one's flat, like a sandwich.
Okay. Oh, you hurt my brain. Okay. Where's this moss you're looking for?
It's on one of the on the pillar, honey. It's like hamburger versus hot dog style.
How are we gonna find a pillar? There's it's just there. It's just one big thing that we're looking for.
I think during
what
this
if there are
pillar
many
conversation,
pillars?
I'm looking for the pillar.
Okay. Rozz and Zinnia, both of you, or Vathith and Zinnia, both of you roll a d6 with your sense modifier.
Oh, whoopsie. Okay. Ooh, with the total, I got 6 total.
Same.
Okay. Very nice. Out of how many dice for both of you?
2.
3.
2? Okay, perfect. Kel, you're also welcome to roll if you would like to see if you can sense what direction it is out of base instinct.
Yeah, my sense is 1, so I guess I'll just roll 1 6. Yeah.
Okay.
Affectionately, that makes sense for Cal.
Yeah.
Right?
I rolled a 6.
Nice. Wonderful. Okay, as all of you are in this squabble, you take a minute after the conversation and you kind of just meditate on the fact of how great pillars are and what an awesome species moss is. And as you're doing that, you get a slight tug in the west direction.
Yeah, we'll head west. And as she's like, we're talking about, she's like, well, so, moss is different than lichens. Lichens are also very fast. She's like trying to explain the difference between moss and lichens to Cal.
Wait. I think I smell something, yeah? I think there might be moss. Does it smell wet?
A little damp, kind of musty, like grandma's basement.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm getting in Nana's basement. Yeah. I think it's coming from the west side, yeah?
I think... Oh, that's lovely. Yes, I think you're correct.
Well, I wouldn't call it lovely, but okay.
It's a very pleasant, nostalgic smell.
Shall we follow Nana's basement stench?
I think that would be prudent.
Stare in your face. That was a great expression. All right, awesome. So you are heading west. That happens to be in the right direction. So you swing a right and start heading there. To your right, you can see about 25 feet away, there's a staircase that loops up and up and up.
Is Green just doing their thing? They're just...
Green is hanging out next to you, kind of waiting for its next command, seeing that they successfully brought you here, and they're just feeling really accomplished about that.
What a sweet baby. I'm going to give them a little chin scratch, like, just follow us. And if something should jump out at us, you stab them with your stick, okay, honey?
It nuzzles into your hand and nods, and as you pull your hand away after like scritching it, you do see some green slime, which is probably algae.
She goes, and she wipes it on. She's very good for your skin, you see.
I love it. I am so here for this. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Do you head up the staircase? What's your next move?
100%.
Okay.
Am I in front again, or has someone else taken?
She's like, maybe this time, since Kel has an instrument of death and doom, should maybe lead us this time.
Oh, you talking about my nose? It's a pretty strong nose, yeah.
I was talking about the stabby thing that you bleed on and cause havoc with.
Oh, that, yeah. Sure. I'll lead the way as the natural leader of this group.
Well, okay, sure.
Love it. So Kel takes the lead, guides you all upstairs, which is like a really arduous journey because stairs. So you reach the top, and as you kind of crest the top of the stairs, you do see a number of pillars holding up the front half of, like, let's say that there's a balcony in this building, and you can, on top of it, you can see down into where you all entered in. Those pillars are cresting the front of this balcony. And Rozz, what does this moss look like?
I would say, to be fancy, because it's like ritual component moss, that it's like this really sort of almost black green, and it sort of has these like little oozy roots that go around as it like holds on to the structures that it's a part of.
Love it. I love it. Okay, so as you all are taking a look at each individual pillar, you are able to spot one second from the last, and in kind of the darkness where light doesn't seem to hit the inside of the building very well. You see this dark mass growing, not nefariously, but it does seem fairly natural in the space that it's growing in. On the side of this pillar, you know from just knowing moss and growing up with it, the moss doesn't have roots, and so this is a really unique system where it's able to latch itself on given the changing environment.
Wonderful. And she's like, oh, lovely and musty. And she's gonna like take out like a little specimen knife and pull out like this really beautiful like sort of crystalline jar and sort of like start to scrape the appropriate amount off. Like, this is going to be very useful for all of us. It also has some curative properties too. Don't eat it though; it will kill you. But you know, you can rub it on wounds. It'll burn like fuck, but it'll help a little. She's like talking as she's like scraping and like really being over informative for no reason.
Isn't the whole point of this that we won't have to worry about things like pain and dying very soon?
Well, that's why we're using this particular moss. It's very rare. It's very unique, and it has roots. You see, most moss, and she just keeps going and going.
Cal kind of leans over to Zinnia and says, I don't think anyone wants to eat that. You know? I'm not. Can you smell it? The stench is disgusting.
I'm pretty good on the whole eating the moss situation.
As you finish that, she has the jar and she brings it up to go, smell that. And she puts it right up to your noses. It's like...
Do my eyebrows burn off like a cartoon? Just gone, completely gone.
Just sizzles.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the worst smell in the world, but it could be better.
Don't smoke it though. I know some people have tried to smoke it and it instantly just fucking dead.
Smart. Yeah. Smoking moss.
Smoking moss?
Oh my
Amazing. God. So as you're scraping it off, it is a little slimy, given that the nature of it, but it does go in your jar. And at that point, something hits you like a strong gust of wind, and you are taken out of the scene for a moment into a very neutral space. Vazith, go ahead and roll me 1d6.
Fuck. That was a 3.
Okay. So you know now that the spell is encoded in an 18th century love letter. Go ahead and roll it again.
Fuck. 1.
Found in a university library. One more time.
5.
Guarded by hungry carnivorous books.
Fuck.
Seems fitting for a university library that these carnivorous books would reside there. Amazing. So now you know what you need to conduct this spell. Moving on. Zinnia, you said your spell component was located in
There's an alchemy lab underneath the metro.
Alchemy lab underneath the metro. Okay. And then Kel, your components were in a bank.
In a fucking bank, yeah.
Rob that motherfucker.
Okay. So go ahead, Kel, and roll me a d6 with your sense modifier.
So like just 1d6?
Yeah.
I rolled come on, pop up, a 5.
Awesome. Amazing. As you are all standing there, Vazith is getting pieces of where the spell needs to be conducted in or to be found in. You also get an inkling to go back downstairs.
I say we get the fuck out of here now, yeah? We finished our business?
Yes. Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. I was just lost for a moment.
Yes. Let's get going.
All right, let's go. I guess follow my lead again. Kel leads the way.
I trust you.
I don't, but it's fine. We'll be okay.
Harsh.
Green likes you. It's fine.
Yeah, okay. Well, green is a manifestation of you, so I'm going to take that as some kind of secret crush.
Okay, that's all right then.
It's okay.
Green-
I have this effect on people.
Green looks in your direction and kind of air taps you to like give you a pat, but knows that it doesn't really know how to ask for consent, so it just wants to give you a sign of encouragement through gesturing.
I tap back.
It looks pretty happy about that.
Oh, bonding. I love this.
Yeah,
Amazing.
sure.
So you all head back downstairs. Go ahead and roll me a sense die one more time.
Me?
Yeah.
With my sense die. Okay.
You're the one who's in charge.
Oh yeah. Dang.
Actually, you all can roll it if you would like.
Oh yes, I got a 5.
Awesome.
Total number for me was 8.
8. Okay.
With
Out of
all
2.
3 of my die, my total number was altogether was a 14.
Fuck.
I rolled very good.
Nice. Amazing. Okay. So both Kel and you, Zinnia, you both get another it's kind of like you are familiar with this space. You know, you've passed by it to look at the list. You know people have come in and out of here looting. And you're pretty sure that this building has a bank built into it. And you're pretty sure it's gonna be east of you.
I'm feeling eastbound.
Yeah, you know what? Now that we've gone west, I say we try east.
Yes, agreed.
Brilliant. Let's go then.
All right. All of you clop down the hall, and it doesn't take you very long before you come to a space built out to hold different artifacts. It looks like it was a place conducting exchanges of some sort, and you gather that this is probably like the bank or the artifact holdings area of those coming in and out of the Houses of Parliament, whether it's special documents, policies, to anywhere of criminal assets. Anything that the House of Parliament would have gathered here is in that area. It does have a door, and it does seem to be locked.
What do you want to do, Kel? It's your bank. Do you bank here?
That's none of your business. And also, fuck banks. It's not what we're doing. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell. I get offended sometimes.
I just want to know.
I don't buy into the institution of corporations and all that bullshit. Anyways, what I need for my ritual is it's actually a snake venom.
We keep snake venom in the bank.
No. It's in a safety deposit box, yeah? Because this rich fucker bought it off of some, like, dark web shit, thinking it has some magical properties, which, I mean, it does.
I mean, it does.
Yeah, I was like, it does. He was correct.
Was correct there.
But the bloke does not know how to activate it and use it to become a lich. So, my family, we have a history of that kind of knowledge about it. But my family are not rich, so we couldn't get it. And also, fuck buying things, yeah? I would have traded it, but the rich bloke locked it up in a safety deposit box to do absolutely nothing with it. Like a fucking idiot.
Right, you know.
So, what I say is, we break into this vault right now, safety deposit box exploded or whatever the fuck we do, and then get it, and then get the fuck out.
You have such an explosive way of handling situations. You probably do that without the blowing things up, but whatever works best for you.
Well, we shouldn't draw any attention, but I don't really know how to crack codes or any of that crap.
Guys, what the fuck are you talking about? We have magic. We don't crack codes.
Yeah,
for fuck's sake.
Demonstrate. I'm just going to start painting or like spray painting a big like black like circle on the door. And let's hope that the spell works and that I've just created a little throughway.
Fuck yeah! Oh.
You could have done that this whole time.
Got a 6.
Well, we got attacked by goblins earlier, so
It's true. We didn't get to demonstrate.
it wasn't
much.
really a situation that I could do it, but I've made a hole. We can just go through it.
Zinnia, could you make a hole in a person?
I would not want to try, but potentially.
Good to know.
Vazeth, you're sick.
I don't like violence. I don't do violence. I'm just saying you could you as a
even I didn't think
honestly,
of that.
There's honestly a surgical aspect to that could actually be very useful for an emergency.
You could also kill someone like that too, and then I could create another friend. Not that I would want to kill someone for any reason.
Some of us are leaning into the lich work a lot quicker than others, and I consider that, honestly, aspirational. I'm not going to necessarily lean into it as hard as other people in this room might with the blood magic and the necromancy, but...
It's not technically necromancy because they were already dead when I found them, and then I used plants to bring them back. Also...
At this point, Green kind of stretches what you can imagine to be a very crooked smile, with some rotting teeth, little mushrooms taking the place of the teeth that are missing. But it looks pretty happy about being one of the first creations of Rozz in their necromancy. Perfect. All right. So you have this door, and you rolled 2d6 for that?
That was a 1d6.
1d6. Perfect. Yeah. So this hole in this door is so cleanly drawn out. There is no wavering. I mean, you have colored inside the lines, my friend. The paintwork is beautiful. It is a deep black. And you are fairly confident that you can get through this hole to the other side.
I can go first if there's a lack of faith that it's fine.
Oh, Zinnia, we have a minion for that. Green, test it out for us.
It agrees, and it starts climbing through the hole on the other side, slimily doing so. And Kel, roll me a sense check.
Oh, my best straight? Sure.
No. You have the equivalent of advantage, so add a d6.
Yes.
Okay, yay. Watch it fail still.
No.
I spoke it into existence. I rolled 2 1s.
Oh, honey.
Oh no. All is so well and good. That there's nothing wrong with this situation. No one could possibly be hiding out here waiting for you to pull this heist. So as Green slips through, the way is clear.
You know, it's very fitting that we're gonna get the snake venom, and I roll snake eyes.
I was just thinking that.
Yo, yes. It's canon. I feel like you should have advantage on that then. All right. Yeah, that's giving. Okay. So as you do that, as Green pulls its way through this hole, this large gentleman steps out behind one of the pillars, and he is wearing an all black leather vest, these really spiky, badass looking boots, and he just locks eyes with you, Kel, and goes, and is gonna charge you. Is coming right after you.
Well, I still have my sword in my hand with the blood still on it because I haven't wiped it off. So I ready myself, and if it charges, I'm gonna slice.
All right, yeah, go for it.
Just I've studied the blade my whole life, so it's just reflex at this point. So I guess that'll be 3d6s because of that.
Beautiful.
My strength. The total I got is 14.
Nice. Awesome. Okay, so as you go to swing at this hardy gentleman, you lock blades. Let's see, he doesn't have a blade. Okay, so you go to swing and you cut off his hand. And it goes tumbling to the floor, and he screams and grabs the stump where it was and goes, "Ben, we got company!" And on the other side of this door, you can hear, "Oh my gosh, oh no, I'm not prepared for this." And Green is standing on the other side, not really knowing what to do, but Rozz, you don't really know that. You just see this hulking dude now missing his hand. Yeah. What are y'all gonna do?
Cal just likes to make a joke saying, "Oh, sorry about that, mate. Do you need a hand?"
Yes, I love it. He's quite upset at that. And as he's holding his hand, he goes to punch you again.
Which hand?
Okay, so like you were cut off his right hand, so he swings at you with his left.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just block with my arms, since that's a bit of a quick reflex thing, and I don't think I can do another quick swing like that.
Okay, so you go ahead and block. He stumbles out of the way and he falls in his own mess of natural body fluids. Can I say blood? Trigger warning, body
I already
for
said
blood.
it before.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He falls and slips in his own blood, and he looks very frustrated about that. Vasith and Zinnia, can you both roll me 1d6?
I can do that.
It would just be for initiative.
6.
Ooh.
6 and 2. Okay, so Zinnia, you will go next, and then Vasith on deck. So Zinnia, yeah. What are you up to?
The guy's currently laying on the ground, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try to take up my graffiti and just try to like run a line over like the arm, like arms, legs, like it is sort of turning them into chains.
Yes.
Ooh, cool.
So
all right.
I'm going to do a magic roll and see if that works.
So not a hole in the center of a person.
No. See, I heard that suggestion and I decided to do not that.
That's
I got
nice.
a 4.
You got a 4. Okay. I'm sorry. How many dice did you roll?
That was just 1. I have a very low spell score.
Yeah. So as you are able to kind of use your magic to fuse with the extension of your abilities, you are able to create what look like fairly well detailed chains that are holding his stump, his other arm, and his ankles to the ground. He is fully incapacitated, and he is yelling and screaming at his comrade Ben, which appears and sounds to be in the other room. Ben, we need help. It's been compromised.
Can you stop yelling, please?
No, I will not stop. My hand
I could
hurts.
reattach your hand if you just...
No, punch a hole in him. Don't reattach anything.
You can retouch it?
Yeah, give him
honey,
a hole.
No, honey, we're not gonna reattach your arm. I'm probably gonna... And then as it's my turn, she's gonna like take his hand and throw it really far away.
Go get it.
That was my hand. I can't get up. I'm gonna, when I get out of these chains, it's gonna be the end of you.
Oh, Green, honey, can you come here? I have a problem I need dealt with.
They want to come back through the hole, but they currently sound like they're in a squabble with whoever the individual Ben is on the other side of the door.
That's fair. And she goes, well, you just wait, mister, until my friend comes back with a spear, and then I'll put a hole in you myself. And she just like slaps him across the face.
Oh! Now that was just straight rude, hitting a man while he's down.
Well,
I don't like the likes of you.
You attacked us. And then she kind of like crosses her arms. She doesn't really have any combat capabilities in the middle of the street.
She has a bit of a point.
I love it.
Yeah, mine was self-defense. It wasn't personal.
I'm a bitch now.
All right. I mean, the hand does feel a bit personal, and you did throw it, but
I didn't throw it. You threw it.
Ben is currently squabbling with Green on the
hand.
other side of the door. I'm sorry, what?
I didn't throw the hand. You threw the hand. No, but you cut it off.
It's so funny.
Amazing. I love it. So yeah, on the other side of the door, you hear Green crashing through a bunch of just objects on the other side of the door, and the figure that you now known as Ben, it goes, "Oh no, my laptop!" And is really freaking out about it. So yeah, you still have the hole in the door. What do you all want to do?
I'll enter the hole.
Okay, Cal climbs through the hole.
Biggest thing.
If anyone was going to first.
I'm entering the hole first. Just
I-
very, very, enthusiastically.
Everything that I know about you says this is exactly true. I will, if the man is still just here screaming, I think I will do like one more like line of magic or like spray paint over his mouth to make like a seal. He can still breathe fine. It just will shut up.
He's grunting against
Honestly,
it.
you're gonna thank me for it later. Your throat would be sore after all that yelling. I'm looking out for the future you.
He's just really
you're going to
upset.
give yourself a sore throat doing that. That's on you at that point.
Amazing. Awesome. So he is well tied down and silenced. Love it.
I think I will then follow after Cal.
You enter the hole.
Yes. I will make a gracious entrance upon the hole.
Amazing. Is that something you want to roll for? How graceful of an entrance are you going for here?
I'll roll for it. I don't. I got a 5. I think it's definitely like a bit of a like running like walk through it backwards for the drama of it all.
The flair.
Oh, I like that. Okay. You are able to gracefully almost float through this hole backwards and come out facing the front of this bank. You look well prepared and glorious upon doing so. Rozz, what are you following after them? Or are you gonna stay up here?
Vazeth is gonna like lean down to the now effectively bound and gagged man and go, I want you to know that you did this to yourself. And she's gonna pinch his nose for like 10 seconds and go, I'm just kidding. And then she's gonna walk into the hole.
Vazeth!
That
He
is the
is-
closest to becoming a pure blood lich instantly.
It's the spell component, right? Like you have it now. It's one step closer.
She didn't do
to
it.
that.
She just played with him a little bit.
Yeah, he is very upset, and now his nose is really red, and his hand is still bleeding. He is still bleeding out from his stump. So yeah, all right. So all three of you are in the hole. Green is standing there with a spear, and on the end of the spear is a laptop with a screen that's been like skewered all the way through, and it's kind of just like dangling there. And in the corner is a bespectacled small man. He looks pathetic, and he you can tell from his appearance that he is what you all know to be a tech nerd. This was his laptop. He has a full setup here that looks to be kind of in the process of trying to crack find out how to crack open some of these like safety deposit boxes. But now with his computer ruined, he is not able to. You all ruined my stuff!
I'm very sorry about that. I'm not actually.
Saxony, don't lie to the man. Just kick his ass.
I don't. Do we have to? I mean, no offense, but look at you. Your much larger friend is missing a hand and is currently bound and gagged by chains.
He's actually suffocated. I killed him.
What?
What
did you do? What?
I'm just fucking with you. He's fine. I choked him a little bit.
He is missing.
You cut off his hand?
Well,
Well,
technically, Cal cut off
they
his
did.
hand.
It was self-defense, yeah.
It was. He did come at us with his fist, which we responded with a sword, which I think is very appropriate in this situation.
Yes, I've seen.
See, a sword is an extension of me, yeah? So if it was just self-defense, like, I could have just pulled out another fist, but the sword is an extension of my arm, so...
The sword is essentially their fist. It makes sense. Lines up
sword
legally.
fist. They call me the sword fist.
I like that. You just fisted him with your sword. It was beautiful.
Thanks.
What?
Thanks.
Carl was my best friend, and he comes and runs towards you, Cal. And
Oh, not this again.
A pretty flimsy fist at you.
Oh, no.
There goes my sword.
All right, roll for it.
Yeah, 3d6 with my strength. Oh, I get so many strength rolls. We are gonna land on nothing. Okay, so I get a 6 out of 3d6s.
Okay. Surprisingly, that's still higher than what he rolled. So as he runs at you, with his skin and bones, arms, and not a lot of strength behind them, he goes to throw a punch, or even like try to cat fight you with his fist, and you slice him right open from torso to shoulder, and in 2 halves, he flops to the ground.
Oh God, another body.
Didn't mean to make that so fatal, but we warned them, did we not?
He was trying to hit you with a fist. Your sword is a fist for you. You responded in kind. I don't see anything immoral about it. Well, maybe a little, but...
Yeah. Oh well, I'm over it.
All right,
now where's that snake venom?
Go ahead and roll a sense check. I'm giving you so many of these, Kel. With advantage. Add another one on there.
Okay.
Can I also roll?
Yeah, absolutely. And Pazith, if you want to roll too.
I'm rolling
any
sense
of these sense checks.
Oh,
yeah, you all can roll on.
Can I roll my sense check to see if I can find any like potted plants? I have a plan for this dead body.
Sure.
I could guess what the plan is.
I got a 9 out of the 2d6s. So one was a 6, one was a 3.
I got a 15 out of my 3. All 5s across the board.
Damn.
Nice.
Are you rolling to assist, Kel?
Sure. I will assist.
Okay. Awesome. And then Vazith, what did you get?
Her rude ass going, hold on. And she looks down. I rolled a 9 out of my 2.
Nice. Okay. Very cool. So first things first, Kel and Zinnia, as you are looking through these safety deposit boxes, you come across one with the lock that seems a little bit looser than the others. You can go ahead and roll a strength roll for that if you want to try to break it open.
Breaking it open. I can do 3d6s, but I want to see if we can get something on top of it.
You make a blood key or something?
Can't think of anything. So 3d6s it is. Because I'm just such a sword guy.
I love them for it.
They're beautiful.
Oh my god, 3 2s.
3 2s. Okay, so as you are able to wrestle with this lock, for being loose, it's still holding its stuff together. And you are not able to open it. Vazith, as you are looking for a potted plant, you don't find a potted plant, but underneath the desk, you do see a cluster of oxalis growing, which you know very well to be almost like a darkened clover. And they're big.
Okay. Upon seeing Kel struggle with this, she looks at the body, she looks at Kel, she looks at the body and goes, fuck. And then she's gonna sort of try to turn, form these plants, kind of like a hardening effect again into almost like a pick.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll for spelling that. Spell it up.
For the 3 dice, the total for that is 10.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. So you are able to successfully pull off that spell. This oxalis hardens and almost like crystallizes together into what seems to be just like a small pick. It's kind of like crystallized, like gem. Yeah.
Beautiful. And she picks it up very delicately and goes, Zinnia, you're smart. Pick the lock. And she hands it to you.
Okay, I'll pick the lock. I make another small, like, almost incision point, or almost like a cutting, like, quick spray with my spray paint right across the lock to see if I can just cut it open.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Spell it out for me.
Ha.
Oh, that was only a 4.
Okay. You out of 1d6?
Yeah, 1 die.
Okay. No, yeah, that's great. Okay, so you are able to go ahead and pull that up. So as you spray it across, the parts of it detach from one another, and the little door on its metal hinges creaks open. And inside you see Kel. What do you all see?
Ooh, all right. So, the safety deposit box, it's open. There's a little case inside it that I would have to pull out. So I'm like, oh, come to me. And I'll just like take it out, and pull open the lid. And inside is like, it's bubble wrapped so that it's not impacted if there is ever an earthquake. And then inside is this vial that's shaped like out of like very delicate Swarovski crystals, let's say. And inside you see this almost like emerald green liquid, and there's not, it's not a lot. It would be maybe half a bottle, only because it would have been a full bottle if that fucking dumbass rich man didn't try to fuck around with it. And then it just botched every attempt. So there's only half of it. But a half, even less than a half, a quarter, would have been enough. So I'm chuffed to bits about this half a vial.
Wonderful. Yeah. So you take this dazzling vial, and as you do so, you hold it in your hands. You get kind of the essence of where this venom came from. And in your mind, you see this gorgeous and stunning Eurasian glass snake, and it is slithering through the woods towards what could only be a subway tunnel. Go ahead and roll me 1d6 for the location of the ritual.
Me?
Yeah.
Come on, give me a good one. Get me a good one. Where is it? We landed on a 6. Yes.
6. Okay. So you're getting the essence that, so as the snake is crawling towards the subway tunnel, which happens to be the direction of where Dare's spell component is, you gather that the location for the ritual is at the top of a corporate skyscraper. Go ahead and roll a d6 again, Cal. Oh, when you have a minute.
I missed
Go ahead and roll
bit.
another. You're totally good. So the location for the ritual is at the top of a corporate skyscraper. Go ahead and roll another d6 for me.
Okay.
Just one.
Oh, I got a 3.
Got a 3? Okay. The catch is it's a very crowded musical festival is being held at the top of a corporate skyscraper. Roll me 1d6 one more time.
This is not a nice situation for the anarchists. We rolled a 4.
Okay, and the locals at this crowded music festival are dangerous because they will call the cops at literally any provocation.
Oh no.
Which seems a little antithetical, but there you are. You are given that information. You're welcome to share it with the group, or keep it to yourself.
Oh, I share it. There's no secrets here.
Yeah, I would have shared mine
Okay.
too if it came down to it.
Okay. Very cool. Awesome. Vasith, go ahead and roll me 2d6. Actually, 1d6.
Okay. 3.
Amazing. Okay. You have a feeling that you also have something here in the safety deposit boxes.
Interesting. Do I get a sense of like
Where
which
it's
one?
at?
Yeah, like the nearness to me, or
Yeah, it is like the third box to your left.
yeah, she's just gonna be like, oh my, and she's gonna like kind of jiggle it to see if it opens.
Okay, you go to jiggle it, it is locked.
She takes the spear from Green, and she's gonna rear. You see her rearing back to stab at a safety deposit box, and she tries to jam it open with the spear.
All right, rolls for strength on that.
Just my worst one. 1.
Don't you say that. Both of you cursed your rolls. Okay, so you go to jam it. The top of the spear totally splinters as you go to hit it. The metal has still held up fairly well, given it's been 40 years.
Would either of you mind helping me get this open, please? I would be very appreciative.
All right. Just lock picking again? Well,
whatever
lock
you
breaking, but same thing.
Yeah, whatever you think is best.
I rolled another 4, and I just did the exact same, like, quick slice of spray paint right across the lock.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, so you are able to spray paint open that lock. It falls open in the same manner as the first one. And inside, Zinnia, go ahead and roll me a sense roll.
Okay. Oh my gosh. In total, that was like a 17.
Oh.
I got 2 6s and a 5.
Shit. Okay.
I am the smart one.
As you open this safety deposit box, and as it starts to swing open a little bit, you see immediately this book flying at you from inside the safety deposit box, and you are able to quickly dodge out of the way. It flops over onto one of the pieces of tech, let's say a laptop, and starts chittering, and it's gonna make a leap towards you, Vazith. Go ahead and you can try to dodge out of the way, hit it, whatever you would like.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to move out of the way. She's not punchy, not as scrappy as the other two. Got a 6.
You got a 6. Okay, so
Out of 1.
you are able to successfully out of 1d6. Awesome. Yeah. With ease, you are able to dodge this book as it leaps forward through this magical force at you, and it skitters across the ground. It kind of bounces around a little bit, and then goes charging on the ground towards the feet of Kel. Kel, what would you like to do?
What the fuck is the obsession with my ankles and my feet? And then like Kel has the sword, like Kel is just kicking at it, like won't dodge, just like kicking at the books.
And roll strength for me.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, roll. And we are not. That's a 6 out of 3 rolls.
Okay, so you are kicking at this thing, and it is chomping down on your shoes, and the tongue coming out of your shoes and giving you all kinds of paper cuts.
Ow.
Zinnia, what are you up to?
So I think
My Jordans! Sorry.
they're creasing. I think Zinnia is going to do something that is far less magical and far more practical, in which she pulls out a second spray can that is not magic, and simply pulls out a lighter and just turns this into a makeshift flamethrower real quick.
Fuck.
And is trying to just
bring
hit the
it.
book.
Book burning.
Oh,
All
I
right.
love it.
Look, the aerosols they use aren't great for the environment, but they magic it better.
Very true.
Would
All right,
that be
spell it out
physical?
for me.
Oh,
Let's
not
do a
using
magic,
magic?
roll.
I
You're
was
not.
just,
Okay.
No, that's just a normal aerosol can and a lighter.
Just a regular. Okay, let's roll it as a spell though,
Okay.
just because of the innovation that you're using here.
Okay. Once again, 4. I am down to take some harm for this one, though.
Okay, and thank you for reminding me. Kel, you do take 1 point of damage
I'm so
from
sorry.
all them paper cuts.
Damn, that's what kills me. All right, got it.
Only 1.
Paper cuts. I mean, you only have 5 health. You all only have 5
Yeah.
health. So
Imagine
they're
a lich
paper.
that dies from like paper cuts. Oh my god.
It seems
Yeah.
fitting. They're very
Something
studious.
Death of 1,000 cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof. Okay, so you are able to pull out a lighter, pull out a can of spray paint. What color is the spray paint?
Purple.
Okay, you pull out a can of purple spray paint and you make a makeshift blowtorch and you spray it on this mouthy book, and it immediately catches fire. And the paint inside, because it's not a direct aerosol, it has some components in the mix that are not all flammable components of it, stick to the book, and it is fizzing and popping and burning this book. And after a while of trying to digest what is happening to it, it just falls flat. Just looks like a regular book with a lot of teeth in it, but it is not attacking you anymore. It looks incapacitated.
Don't worry about the book. It was just an Ayn Rand one. It's fine.
It then catches on fire.
Perfect. Even better.
Oh, that.
Um,
Thank you. Oh.
Hell
it
is
looks
like,
fairly contained. It doesn't look like it's going to spread.
It's in a
Yeah.
safety deposit box room. It's fine.
Hell is like,
Incredible.
I'm never going near a book ever again in my life.
I think good praxis does require a little bit of literature, but pamphlets and zines exist too.
No,
So
fuck that. I'll just use my blade.
everyone has a different style of praxis. Some people just have a blade, and that's okay.
She just ignores this and goes to the safety deposit box as they're just going back and forth about this. Goes, right, okay. And she just goes in there and now wants to see what the fuck is in there.
Nice. Okay, so yeah. As you look in, and as this book is sputtering paint and on fire, you look inside the box, and there is a few pieces of just scrap paper, and amongst those, something catches your eye, and it happens to be a red wax seal on it, and it's just a flat piece of paper, a small scroll, if you will, and you go ahead and pull it out, and it says "Marry me, Rebecca" on it, and you take it as an 18th century love letter. So you have found your spell.
She goes, oh, this is gold. Okay, I think we have what we need. Kind of gay, but that's okay.
It's written in speech impediment. So.
Yeah, amazing.
What does it say? Is it kinky?
This it's a little salacious.
Ew. Oh,
18th
tell me more.
century style salacious. It's got a lot of
nasty.
words like heavy and moist. It's a little rough. A
Ugh, don't say that
Wow,
word.
that is
I
very
don't like that
intense.
word.
lot of sweaty language, as I'm gonna
Ugh.
call it.
Yeah, never say that
Terrible.
word near me again.
About musty, is that one okay?
No. The word heavy. Don't. Disgusting.
Wasn't expecting that. All right.
Heavy.
Oh, that's
Okay.
fine. Okay, I'm very sorry. What about hefty? Is that okay?
It's gotten a little close, but
nice.
it's fine.
Just want to make sure. I don't want to offend you. I really appreciate your Your bladesmansmith.
Bladesmanship?
That's the one, yes.
Swordsmanship.
I am going to sense and find the metro.
Okay.
Just
That
Lydia being
sounds
like,
great.
I'm done with these fucking idiots.
So amongst the talk of the Regency era and language indicative of garbage bags, you go ahead and you look for where the metro might be.
I rolled amongst my 3 die, I got a 13.
Jesus.
Okay, yeah. So it's funny because you didn't really take this building as much more than the Houses of Parliament, a space where a lot of bills have been passed, where politics are discussed pretty heavily. Finding a bank here was fairly surprising, but not all entirely out of scope, of what a government building might hold. You get a weird sense that you might be able to access some of the tunnels, maybe through secret doors, to maybe a secret entrance into the metro through the Houses of Parliament. As you're kind of thinking about that, you do see in the back corner a door. It's a painted black door. It's pretty heavy, given that it's within like this banking space. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go towards that black door and see if I can just turn the knob and it works.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna
You go,
give it the sense test first.
Okay. Yeah. Roll for scoping out that hefty door.
My lord, this game has devolved into madness. That's
so
a
sorry.
10 between the 3 die.
Okay. You're not quite sure. It could go either way. The only way to really try is to pry the door on.
Does anyone want to like knock a door down? I don't necessarily need to do.
Ooh.
See, I wanted to give you the
That
opportunity.
seems
Yes,
like a very
go,
Kel move to
go
dash
go
things
ahead.
down.
I can like make the whole thing, but I'm running a
I
warning.
wanna step back a few paces and then just like run like bum rush it with my shoulder.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Why
Hey.
not the blood magic? Why your actual physical shoulder?
Oh, okay. What am I supposed to slice the door?
You have a magic blood sword. Could you not just cut it open? You cut a man open 10 minutes ago.
Okay. Okay. Fine. I'll do that. I'll take out the sword and try to slash the door.
Reluctantly, I guess.
I guess. Go ahead and
Then-
roll strength for me.
There goes 3 years of rugby just down the drain. Walking, slashing shit. For the 3d6s, I rolled a 7.
Oh my gosh. So you okay. You go to slash the door with your sword. And so you draw the metal across the metal, and it makes this horrible screeching sound that burns all of your eardrums. And you take a look at the blade, and it is now slightly bent. It is not as sharp as it used to be as of 5 seconds ago. Door doesn't open, doesn't move.
Cal is about to lose it. This has been passed down from generations of my family, and now I'm the first one in my.
We could fix it. We could fix it.
I'm the first one to have dented it. Oh my! I should have just broken my shoulders like I suggested.
Can't you use your blood to mend it, or?
There's no way you're the first person to dent
Yeah,
it.
there's
They just probably
the
didn't tell
sword.
anybody.
They're made of metal. They probably get busted. It's probably like a replica. It's probably the third or
There's
fifth one.
probably a family. There might be a family blacksmith.
Oh yeah, family smith.
A family blacksmith.
Yeah, because for hammering, you know what they do with the anvils.
So my magical bloodline has a a blacksmith
They might have another family they're close to.
Yeah, like
I have a longtime family friend who's always good with smithing.
With their lineage, just like a pair of like a partnership with a blacksmith and their daughter and their son and
they
their
hammer each
child,
other
all
and
sounds a little
blacksmiths.
romantic.
together.
There's a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with the city.
I'd write this. I'd read this book.
I would too. It sounds beautiful, like romantic almost.
If my blood doesn't fix this blade, then what's all this about?
Immortality.
Living forever.
That you'll have so much time to fix it if we get.
Yeah, we'll figure out. We'll help you. You've got Green to help too. Green is
I
such
will
a.
spend 200 years helping. To
I
fix
will
this
also
book.
commit to this at least 10 years.
I should have just broken my shoulder.
Oh, no, she does like an awkward pat, like, oh, it's okay.
Green doesn't air pat
Ah!
like they're used to. They follow along in that.
I think I'm going to try to mess with the door while Kel is kind of taking
Having
some
a
time to
breakdown.
themselves.
Poor Cal.
Poor cow. Yeah, go for it.
I think I'm gonna pull out the handy dandy. It's gonna be white spray paint this time, just to I can see it working off of this black door, and I think I'm going to like draw a mural of like a little rain, so it's just going to dissolve away if this works.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah, go for it.
That's a 5.
Out of 1d6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so you are able to use the special techniques that you have learned spraying graffiti your whole life. Not only are you able to get the little droplets of green on there, but you also add in the depth of where the light would be hitting it. So it looks just right as water would appear on a window. And as you do that, it drips down and slowly dissolves away this massive bank door. And there is just a puddle of both black liquid metal, it's not hot, and little bits of white spray paint. But the door is no longer there. The entryway is open, and you are all free to cross over.
I would like a hole spray painted in me right now.
No.
If I were to do that, I'd just give your heart a big hug and tell you that you've done your best.
Wouldn't that crush their heart?
No, metaphor.
Could you do that with the paint?
Look at my sword. Look at it.
We will fix the sword. I will take some time later. We should. I mean, like you.
This is
both
not
have your,
threatening or scary.
I don't want to rush. But
No, it doesn't even look that limp. It looks fine.
don't
Limp?
say limp. Don't
It's
say limp.
limp. Stepping on limp.
I said it wasn't look that
Some of
limp.
us have our ritual components already.
Yes,
and
we
one
need
of
to
us
go.
doesn't. So I would like to.
Yes, I agree. Let us keep on. Cal, you. Let's. Yes.
All right. All right. We'll fix it.
Promise we'll fix it.
I swear on my life and my immortal life.
Your unlife.
Exactly.
I love it.
Thank you.
All right. Do you all make your way through the door frame then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll step through the goo door first.
Goo door.
Oof.
Not Hodor. Goo door.
Udor. What was it? Slopping my way downtown?
We're butchering the English language in brand new ways tonight.
And the English accents.
Yeah.
Hey, these are great. Fuck you guys. We're doing great.
Amazing. Okay, so you step through the goo door, slopping your way downtown, down the stairs, down these rickety stairs, and they take you. The temperature drops slightly as you go deeper and deeper underground, and as you kind of step out from the bottom step of these stairs, you find yourselves in an abandoned subway tunnel. This is where the London Metro used to pass right through. It looks like this was an easy drop-off place for people that worked in the Houses of Parliament, and gave you straight access to this tunnel. So, anything you all would like to do?
Y'all's got nothing. Just following, limp,
No.
following behind.
Oh no.
Limp?
Not
That's
Kel's
Somewhere
dark.
Comforting
above.
limp Kel.
Amazing. Somewhere above you, a goblin, head deep, neck deep in soil, also limps his head, as the sentiment is felt resonating throughout the land of limpness.
Wow. So there's some limpness going through this deep dark tunnel, is what you're saying.
Just a limp wave.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm here for it. Zinnia, go ahead and roll me a sense check.
I fought every human urge I could to giggle at that.
No shame in giggling.
Oof, that was not great. That was a 7 in total for 3 die for me.
Oh, wow. Okay. So as the component is down here. You know it's here somewhere, but you're not quite sure the direction. You start walking forward. Do any of you also want to roll a sense check?
I would say, can I actually help? Because I mean, I'm sure there's like moss and lichens around. Can I try to like help sense this?
For sure. And a lot of cigarette butts. They just
Killing
didn't
it.
deteriorate down
I
here.
didn't give a shit, yeah. Would I use magic or sense for this?
Your choice. Yeah, either one.
I'm choosing to use magic to like use the plants to like see or sense through them. And the total number is 13.
13 out of 3 dice.
3.
3, perfect. Yeah, you know, you can kind of pick up the sense from this area, and you and Zinnia working together are able to kind of piece together a path that if you are to head straight forward, you are able to venture off into the tracks, and there should be approximately the area where we can find Zinnia's spell component. Zinnia, can you remind me again of what your spell component is?
Oh, dinosaur bones.
That's right, dinosaur bones. Yeah, so...
They did not specify the size of these dinosaur bones.
Probably hefty.
Okay. Probably hefty. Yeah. If they were abandoned by any paleontologists, they would have to be pretty hefty.
Certainly not limp.
Far from it, my friend.
Very
Famously.
hard bones, because they're rocks. You know, they're rock hard, so...
Jesus. We have evolved.
Devolution.
I love it. Devolution. Oh, I love it. Okay. Are you all making your way over there?
Slopping our way over there.
You're slopping your way downtown?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. As you slop, enthusiastically, energetically, filled with a renewed sense of excitement and enthusiasm, you are able to kind of scope around the tracks, and let's see, underneath one of the tracks, you actually find not what paleontologists would have dropped, but something that the excavators would have ignored. Zinnia, with your expertise in studying ancient bones, different parts of beasts that would be the summation of your lichdom, you pick it up quite easily and can recognize these against the concrete and soil. Yeah, you are able to find them without any issue. You can try to see if you can get them out, though. That will be another story entirely.
For the bones. It doesn't say how many I need, does it?
1 would suffice. So.
I think Okay, I'm gonna try some funky magic application.
Okay, I love it. From what you can see, it looks like a rib bone is sticking out along with another one, and maybe part of a shoulder blade. Yeah.
Okay, so I think I'm going to like create, and it's gonna take a while. Like it's gonna take a few minutes of just like applying the spray paint. But I think I'm gonna make something that looks like a zipper and just kind of like almost zip it into itself and like create a small little like bag. I am turning itself into hammer space, essentially.
Okay. All right. Spell it out for me.
I love weirdo applications of magic, y'all.
Oh, fucking dope.
So
best.
creative, though.
That was a 5.
All right. A 5 and 1d6, I assume.
Amazing rolls all the way through.
Oh,
Zinnia's
yeah.
killing
Easy
it.
enough.
Zinnia's holding us together.
Yeah.
Zinnia is, the spinal column. Their back is so heavy from carrying the rest of you.
Yeah, the spine bone.
True.
The spine bone, also called the spine.
Oh yeah, that.
It's not a limp
Amazing.
spine. It's a very strong spine.
Hefty spine.
Hefty spine.
Hefty.
I'm not gonna be able to hear like 4 words for like 2 weeks after this.
I'm so
Yep.
sorry.
It's so
Yep.
fine.
Man. Okay, yeah, you are totally able to pull off this really intricate spell involving zippers and the inversion of this. So yeah, you are able to pull that off, and you now have in your possession a very cool dinosaur bone. Did you take one of the ribs? Did you take all of them?
I took, I think, like 3 ribs.
Okay, yeah, easy enough. You're
Sensible
able to
amount
take.
of ribs.
I like it. Totally. All right. You all have your spell components in hand. You now know that with that, you are equipped to perform the last part of this ritual for you to all become liches. With that confidence in mind, your senses are sharpened. You are able to hear resonating throughout this tunnel some bumping music. You know, we have little boots and pants going on. We have some womps, you know. It seems like there's a party nearby. You get the sense that if you were to go back upstairs, you might be able to investigate it a little bit better. See what's up there.
Yeah.
Based of Kel's information, that's probably the right direction to head, yeah?
Yeah, let's go. Not really in the partying mood right now, but
Now,
I'll go.
have you tried to ever repair your sword through magic?
It's never been broken before.
Well,
There's
then
never
you-
been a dent. Not
you
even
could
a
do
chip.
something that no one else in your family ever has done
It's
before.
true.
Oh, like broken the magical sword that's been passed
And
down from
repaired
generations
the
to
magical
generation.
sword. I believe in you. Why don't we give it a shot? Real
I also believe in you.
You've been quick to use your muscles, but what about your magic?
Magic's in my blood. I don't say a thing or spray a thing. I just
So she walks up to you with her specimen knife, cuts you, and goes, well, now you have some blood.
oh, the
You're a
fuck!
little prick, just like boop.
Why would you do that when I'm feeling this bad?
Your magic is in your blood, you said. And she, like, takes it and, like, use it.
All right. Takes a chunk of it, chunk of blood,
Just
like-
blood.
Junk.
and just like on the hand, just like as if like you know when you're sharpening a blade against stone, but it's like along my palm with my blood. So I'm just like whatever the sound it makes.
Smearing
Just-
it, slicing it.
Not slicing my skin, but just like bathing it in the blood.
Like a wet
Oh,
stone
okay.
almost.
Ooh,
Yeah,
very cool.
like a wet flesh
Nice.
stone, basically. You know, like oh, it almost looks like I'm playing the violin.
Cool.
You know? So that's what
Love
we're
it.
doing with this blade. I'm like, I don't know if this will work, but worth a try.
Exactly.
All right.
Very
So as you are
visceral,
slathering your blood across this blade, go ahead and spell it out for me.
All right, so I think finally, I haven't done this the whole time. I get to roll my spell stuff, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have a 2 there. So let's, God, please save my blade. Okay, so 2d6s, I get an 8.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, with that 8, your blade starts to take shape a little bit more. It starts to clean itself out, and from once it was limp, I'm not going to say it. Now it is sharp, and it has been restored to its former glory.
Oh, fuck
I just needed
off!
20 minutes. I get it.
Yeah.
Are
It
you,
had like it was, needed to unrefresh,
are you taking the piss? Do you see this?
I told you that you
We
could do
told
it.
you.
I believed in you.
You were your own blacksmith person.
Bloodsmith.
Oh, that's clever. I like that.
You could open up a shop with that name.
I could open up so many people with this.
Oh my. I heard there's a party upstairs. Everyone.
You can. Oh yes. Okay. Upstairs to the party. Get your
Yeah,
little
let's
spray
go.
can ready to punch a bunch of holes in people because we need to get our things. Because I'm ready to become me.
I'm ready to penetrate with my blade.
No, I figured. Yeah, I get being a lich would be cool. I don't feel like I want it as much as you both, but I do want to be a lich. I don't think much of my day to day is gonna change.
Well, it could if you wanted it to.
It could.
As long as you have the choice, yeah? That's what it is, really.
Mhm.
You just want to have the choice.
You know,
Right.
you're right. You're so right about that.
Yeah, I'm right.
You are right.
Thanks.
I
Feels
think
good to be
we
right.
make our way upstairs,
Slap our way on up to the stairs.
flopping on up.
Flopping your way upstairs. I love it. All right. So you are able to climb the first set of stairs, and the music grows louder and pulls you in the direction to keep climbing up the stairs where you once were to gather that moss, Rozz's moss. Rozz's moss. That could be another shop that you could open.
Moss.
Oh my gosh, a little floral shop. Oh, it'd be so cute. Anyway, so you are able to climb those stairs, and as you are heading up and up, the music gets louder. And you find yourselves on the roof of this building where before you didn't hear any kind of music. So you're putting it together that it must be a recently established party. But there are all kinds of people, locals, cultures, just dancing away up here. All three of you roll me 2d6.
10 total for me.
10. Okay.
7.
7, full 7. Okay.
Yeah.
You are both able to make your way through this very crowded music festival without gathering any looks. You do see some individuals checking out other people nearby and looking very suspicious of them. They don't quite act on anything. You don't see them make any sudden crazy movements, but you get the sense that a lot of these locals can't be trusted, even as they are in the midst of their revelry.
Okay.
So-
I'm holding Green's hand like he's my boyfriend to not arouse suspicion.
Okay, Green is just so flattered that you would hold their hand. And if they could blush, you're getting the vibe that they would be blushing right now.
Sweet baby.
I love it. So yeah, all of you make your way without issue through the crowd into the center, where at the center there is the DJ mixing table. The DJ is currently wrapped up in whatever she is doing, but she's pumping out some jammin' vibes here. Tunes, vibes, all of it. You know from where you stand that this is where you need to be. That you have the spell in mind, you have the components, and you're all feeling very ready Is there anything all of you would like to do before you kick off this ritual?
Are we all ready? Any last moments of mortality? Like,
are we supposed to kill all these people?
no.
We could, but we should.
Sacrificing
We
them.
no.
That's a grand
We don't.
idea.
We don't
Life
need
for
to.
life.
Hey, we don't. Yeah, you know what? We don't need that. We already grabbed the things. Unnecessary.
That's true.
Oh.
That's step maybe like 20 in like a couple of years. We're not there yet.
You know
I
what's
mean-
one thing that's been like on my mind since I've learned about your hole?
I'm afraid to follow up, but go ahead.
Just imagine.
Yeah.
You draw a hole, and then you draw another hole inside of that hole.
That's like dividing by zero, something I'm terrified of and would never do.
Do you think you would create artificially a black hole?
I do believe there's a chance I could start breaking reality with it.
That's really neat. I think we should try that.
I
You should
really
totally
don't want
try it
to.
inside of a person.
No,
Oh.
no.
We could like implode a person. That's no, I don't do violence, but that's really fascinating.
Oh, you do
keep
do
saying that, and I
violence,
believe
yeah.
it less and less every time.
Mhm. Nobody believes you, Vazov.
Well, you know, I thought we were going to. Last moment of being a person, I'm just going to take a deep breath and kind of enjoy air as a person who needs it still.
Okay, I guess. Oh, wait. I want to enjoy something too. And then, like, I go across at the bar and, like, take somebody's drink. like a bottle from somebody. And when they, like, try to be like, hey, what the hell, man? And I'm like, what? Come back.
They call me sword.
They're
Fist. What are you gonna
terrified.
do?
They're terrified and easily relinquish the bottle over to you, given your intimidation tactics.
And Bathurst's just gonna like take a breath and be like, "Thank you both so much for all of your help. I really appreciate it."
Thank you guys for helping me as well. I think we make a pretty good team. I
think
wouldn't
so,
mind
too.
teaming up again. Just
I
like
agree.
you. Immortality.
Immortality team forever. We never have to leave each other.
Oh no, that's not what I meant.
Think about all the experiments we could do.
I do like my personal space once in a while.
We could have our own abodes, but you know, friends for
Yeah.
life, and we
Yes.
could cause ruckus if we wanted to, and no violence, of course.
Rob
But
more
Well,
banks.
When I'm unable to die, the amount of political action I'll be able to take will be far greater. But, you know,
Yes.
you can be an eternal martyr. Anyway, I am
are you all ready?
ready.
I'm ready, yes.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. Okay. Zinnia, as you take your last mortal breath, you are filled with the goodness of the good memories that you have had. You are able to reminisce back on the really pleasurable moments of life, the great smells, the great tastes, the great relationships that you have had. Kel, as you take a swig from whatever alcoholic drink of choice you have picked up, you are taken in this moment by all of the flavors and all of the magic that comes with intoxication when done in a healthy and moderate manner. And as you, Vazith, are thinking about all of the good moments that you have had with these two individuals who you have just recently met, you're filled with a lot of hope that these next steps are going to be what you need, what you all need to achieve immortality and to beat what the Tories had set up, the system that they have created here. So as you all are standing there, breathing, drinking, reminiscing, the music groans out behind you. There is a moment of complete silence as you are all enraptured in the senses that you are currently in. I would love to go around and hear the transformation process from each of you. So we will start with Zinnia. What is your transformation look like?
I think Zinnia's is honestly kind of subtle. I think there is like I think with how attached they are to the idea of being alive, at least currently, their body looks pretty much the same. It's just that as they like move, you can see like a little inky, like almost spray painted like print left behind. And I think if you see them like if they kind of stay in one place too long, they begin to sort of leave that like outline of spray paint around them, almost like a like I don't want to say like a Banksy because that'd be cliche and bad. But yeah, they get like a spray paint outline of them.
Love it. Not cliche at all. Banksy. All the respect. Yeah. Kel, what does your transformation process look like?
Oh yes, you get this, yeah? I take more of my blood. I put it in the vial with the poison, with the venom, and I swish it around, and then I drink it. And as it unalives me, but also, what's the other word? Undeads me. The artificial little thing I've drawn across my eye actually becomes into slithering snakes, and this eye becomes emerald green. These become patterns of tattaton snakes, and the sword actually joins my fucking arm, yeah, and it becomes part of me, so I don't ever have to be without it. So I officially become Sword Fist Snake Eye.
Fuck. Sword Fist Snake Eye. One with the blade.
Just never
I
live.
love it.
Amazing.
In the immortality, never live.
Yeah.
I love it. Vasa, what does your transformation process look like?
So kind of in line with all of this, the moss sort of like with the roots and things sort of start to like effectively graft to her and almost like mimicking what green looks like. There's sort of like roots and things and like plant material starts kind of like coming out of her eyes and her ears, and her hair turns into almost like that black moss. And she's almost like a hybridization of like a plant and like a human being. And like as she kind of, if she were to like linger in a spot too long, like sort of like plant life would grow where she stood. And she's like, her eyes turn like this very verdant green color as well. And she's kind of like almost like a nature, almost like a dryad.
I love it. I love it so much. So as you are in this space in between battling the forces of mortality and immortality, you all take your final forms and take your first breath of undeath. As you are standing there, waves of energy from all of your powers combined come flowing out and decimate everything around you. It spreads throughout London to the very far reaches over the Thames and over the bogs. And all that's left in this space, life-wise, there might be some plants, but is you three, not in life, but in death. And at that point, you have beat the system. You have told the Tories where to shove it, and you will make that list. You will get the gender-affirming care that you all need, and you will beat the confines that they have set you up with. With that, that's tonight's game. Thank you all so much for watching. Go follow these amazing players. They did a phenomenal job. Loved the role play and the illustration from all of you. Go check them out on all of their channels. Be sure to subscribe to Roll D5 here. Follow us and subscribe on YouTube too. Follow us on all of the social media channels. And thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a good one.